Hello, it's time now for SME On Point. Thank you so much for joining SABC News and staying tuned to the channel. So it is the festive season, and most of us see this time as a chance to relax, to enjoy family gatherings, and also to take a break to refresh their minds. But it's also a perfect time to start a side hustle because spending at this time tends to shoot up. People have more flexible schedules and there's a high festive demand. Aeon's Ventures co-founder and CEO Mitchin Adams says the holiday season is one of the lowest risk time to test a business idea and set yourself up for a stronger 2026. He does join us virtually to share tips on how to turn the festive season into a business opportunity. Mitchin, thank you so much for joining us on SME On Point. Take us through your thoughts about why this time is particularly the lowest risk time to test the business idea, and what sort of businesses can one look into?
Oh, firstly, thank you for having me on here. Look, it's many different things. You can look at service-orientated businesses. You can look at product-based businesses. You can look at food-based businesses. It's the festive season. People are looking for gifts to buy for loved ones. They have extra money in their pocket. They would have gotten paid a bonus. They would have gotten paid earlier as well. And not necessarily looking for something that's functional, but something that's, as my father would put it, frivolous. They're looking for stuff that they can buy. And if you have an idea in your head of a product or a service that you're trying to roll out, this is definitely the time to do it because you have a consumer market just waiting to spend.
Yeah. You also talk about how this time gives one a ready-made customer base. Is it because, as you say, people already have money and they're willing and they're quite in a jolly mood and a festive mood?
100%. That is exactly what's going on. If you look at the States in general, we say it's one of the biggest markets in the world because of the consumerism there. Like every American can spend $1. Whereas throughout the year in South Africa, that isn't the case, except for in December. In December, if you look at the stats, specifically in the country, we probably spend the most amount of money on certain items in the world. I think Louis V, we on the top of the charts there. When it comes to alcohol, we're on the top of the charts. So definitely people have money to spend. There's a lot of surplus money there.
Yeah, but how does one then sustain the momentum? Because festive season, we have money that we saved. Maybe your stockpile has paid out, you've got a bonus or etc. Now it's February 2026. How do you keep the side hustle going without waiting for the next festive season to start again?
Well, the purpose is to test your idea. You're going to test your idea. You're going to get some customers, maybe try and lure them in for a second purchase, giving them a voucher that says on your next purchase you can get 20% off for some sort of referral program. If the guys start coming back in January, then you know you're onto something, and you have something called PMF, which is product market fit. If you don't find that guys are coming back, then maybe the idea isn't something that's going to work out, something that isn't sustainable. Maybe you just need to do some tweaks on it. But other than that, if it is what we would consider a failure, at least you got it out of your system. It doesn't have to bother your mind anymore, and you can move on to the next idea.
Yeah.
It's just a great time to test. I wouldn't say it's fully going to launch your successful business.
Would it be jumping the gun if now I start a side hustle and think I actually want to register this business without knowing how it's going to do? Is it a good idea to do so?
No, don't just jump fully into it. Test it 100%, and in January, consider what the outcome was of your test. Do your tweaks, do a bit more testing, and then you can start doing your registrations and all of that, and then thinking about how you can move to a full time business instead of it being your side hustle anymore. You want to have a plan. Don't just go gung ho at it. Have some sort of metrics, what you're trying to aim for, how much money you require at the end of the month in order to live and
Yeah,
survive. You need all of those things in place. But
right.
again, it's just a test. It's the best time to test.
Yeah. Mitchin, give me your thoughts about the role of side hustling, particularly when it comes to boosting savings and financial resilience.
Well, if you look at hours, that's what we sell to companies when you have a job. And that is limited by what the company dictates to you. and what they are willing to spend. And that's your maximum amount of money you can make. The only time you can increase that is really by getting some sort of a promotion with inside the business. And that increase is normally 8 to 10%. It's very small. If you're going to jump businesses, you're going to get a 15 to 20% increase there. If you dramatically want to change your life, you really need to control your time. And you need to be able to dictate that amount of money that you allot to 1 hour. The only way you can do that is to become an entrepreneur and control your time. Being an entrepreneur does not mean you work 8 hours or you work only 4 hours. It actually means you work harder. So you're putting in 16 hours, but you're at least saying, instead of getting paid 100 Rand an hour, I'm now getting paid 400 Rand an hour because of the effort you're putting in there. So the importance of a side hustle, if you can convert that into a full-time business for yourself,
Yeah.
you can dramatically change your life and possibly the lives of your loved ones and those close to you, because you'll probably bring them into help as well.
Mitch and Adams, thank you so much for giving us those tips. I'm hoping that a lot of our viewers are already thinking about which ideas they can monetize and start thinking long-term about businesses. I do wish you a very good festive season. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. So still on the festive spirit, this is a time where the creative economy is thriving. At most people are looking to buy beautifully handcrafted and handmade products. Lamakama is passionate about creating all these natural skincare, bath products that are suitable for all skin types and ages. They boast natural cold processed soaps that are handmade in small batches using high quality and sustainably sourced ingredients only. The founder is in studio with me to tell us about her business and why you should gift with handmade products this year. When I was speaking to Mitcham earlier on, she was agreeing and nodding very much about how this side hustling works. Can you thank you so much for your time. Thank you for bringing these beautiful, beautiful products. Tell me about your business, Lamakama. I know that you are a creative. You do a lot of handmade stuff. How important is the festive season and for people to consider businesses like yours where you have taken out the time to actually, weave your products?
Good morning, Diabo, and thank you so much for having me. Lamakama Crafts is indeed a side hustle, or it started as a side hustle for me. And I have grown to know in the past 4 years that it is actually a side hustle that can actually sustain you and itself. And the festive season, for me, is a beautiful time because families come together. And I mean, there's no better way than to gift with something that is actually crafted from the heart, something that is crafted mostly specifically with the person being gifted in mind.
Yeah.
And as you can see, our products are all organic and natural, handmade. So we know for a fact that they are safe to use, they are safe for all ages, and even on the home environment, they are eco-friendly.
Yeah. How easy is it to sustain a business like this, a business of passion, and to keep the money coming in and to keep the business going, because you're competing with retailers and much more bigger brands, etc. What are the challenges that one comes across?
It's not easy at all. It's not easy. I think it's the passion and the love that sustains it more than the money. If you go into it, I'd say go into it because you want to make sure that you are known. Your product is out there.
Okay.
And then the finances will follow. Because it all begins with getting yourself out there and getting people to know that there's Lamakama there, there's a product that seems to meet my needs, and getting to the niche market before you can even start making money.
It's beautiful. I don't want to waste time on the technicalities of running a business more than I want to show our viewers what you have brought here and what they should consider as a package to give to a loved ones. What do you have for us today?
Okay, so I've brought a combination of home scents.
Okay.
Since we are approaching Christmas and it's the festive season, we all know we want to remember home.
Yes.
And the best way to remember home is by home scents.
Okay.
So I brought with me some reed diffusers, which also come in a variety of scents. And I also have room sprays, which are also safe to use even on your linen.
Okay.
Yeah, and I brought my most favorite product is the cold processed soap that I manufacture from beef rendered tallow.
Okay.
Yes, all natural.
And what is the best seller among your clients?
bestseller? Definitely the soap.
If you were to put a package together, and I
Yeah.
want to do a package together, say for a friend or a colleague here at work, what would you What would you recommend? Maybe you can stand up and show us what one can think of, and what the trend is this festive season of 2025. That
Absolutely.
you mentioned scents, but what sort of scents are people going most for?
Okay, so I would recommend for a colleague maybe a reed diffuser,
Okay.
which comes with the
The reed
reed,
sticks,
yes,
yeah.
and you can match that up with a room spray on your
Okay,
linen.
but do they
so-
not do the same thing?
Okay, they would do the same thing, but you would not get the scent in your linen.
Got you.
Yeah, so it keeps your linen fresh. So as you open up your bed, you still get the same scent that you had in the room to help you relax. And
Okay.
obviously we can
But
do
what
it.
happens with people like me who struggle with sinus? As you can hear, I'm already nasal already.
Yeah.
Because they.
Yeah, we would recommend that you do not use the room spray, or if you
Okay.
were to use it, have someone spray while you're not in the room
Sure.
and walk into the room when it has diffused.
Sure. The
Yeah.
candles, they've been around for a very long time.
Yeah.
How is the candle? Can I call it the candle economy? How is that?
Yes.
How is that evolving? I see this one that's big, etc.
Actually, this is a repurposed candle that I got as a gift from my supplier. It was plain, and I themed it for Christmas using a serviette,
Okay.
like a craft. So it's wrapped with a Christmas-themed serviette. So if you want to use it for your centerpiece for Christmas
Sure. Do you want to
centerpiece,
hold it up a bit?
Hold it up a bit. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't have to light it, do you? No.
You do.
You do have to light it. It's
You-
not for display purposes.
No, you can
Shows how
use
little I
it.
know.
You can use it because some of them are scented.
Okay.
Some people use the candle for the ambience.
Yes.
So you would want to have it on.
All right.
For the flame.
Okay.
Yes.
What's in that small little?
This one,
Yeah.
lip balm,
Okay.
strawberry.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll give you one
So-
to test before we leave.
I think the team will also want to have one to taste, but it looks beautiful. When we were speaking to Mechan earlier on, Kanye, you may take a seat. When we were speaking to Mechan, we were talking about when you're starting a craft business, how do you keep it going? How do you keep it going beyond the festive season? How do you do it at Lamakama?
So because I also work full time, I craft only when I have the time to do so. I'm on social media because marketing is the biggest seller for you. So I use my social media pages to market my products, and because of the festive season, I maintain relationships.
Okay.
Yes. So if you were to buy something from me today, you are sure going to hear from me in another 2 weeks, or so checking up and maintaining that relationship so that your client remembers that there's a Lamakama, by the way, that sold me a beautiful scented diffuser or a soap that looks after my skin. And especially with skincare, you want to check how the products are treating the patient, not the patient, the client.
To treat the client, Kanye, thank you so much. We do wish you well in your business, and thank you so much for this beautiful display. We're hoping to buy a few things because we are quite passionate about circulating the rands and the cents in the economy and supporting small businesses. Remember that we are on at SME on Point on Facebook. We're going to be uploading this interview for you so you can see a little bit closer during your own time what Lamakama does. But that's SME on Point for you. And until next Friday, goodbye.